Welcome to Conscious Living Collective, a journey in consciousness with the community of like minded people, which is you. My name is Tomek. I'm a scientist, teacher, and transformation coach. I want to invite you to today's session where we blend the latest in scientific research, the deep wisdom of mindfulness, and the art of fulfilled living. As always, this is an invitation to have your own direct experience, to rewrite your story in the way you want, and to emerge on the other side with a renewed sense of purpose and well-being. Welcome to session of Conscious Living Collective. Very good to be here. And as always, I want to welcome everyone with the new dashboard on Insight Timer, still getting used to it. Hello, Linda. Hello, Haley. Hello, Robin. Silvana or Silviana. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Ashley, Anita, Diane, Seth. Oh, good to see you here, Seth. And this is a reminder to me that my wonderful members of my patron program are also here, and I want to extend my very warm welcome to them. You are my biggest supporters, and I want to thank you for that and express my gratitude. Hello, Monica. A long time no see. Oh, and Parvana. Beautiful. Speaking of the members of my wonderful patron program. Today, continuation of the topic. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's better when I keep the microphone closer to my mouth. Today, it is a continuation of topic or a bundle of topics that we started some time ago. I would say it's been maybe 5 or 6 weeks when we talk about consciousness as a vibrational spectrum. And this is an analogy or metaphor I really like to use because it brings 3 things. It brings the scientific part of consciousness. It brings the spiritual or intuitive part that science is not very good at, and also includes overarching theme of a mystery. We do not fully understand, certainly not on the intellectual level, what consciousness is. But in the theme of Conscious Living Collective, I will invite you to have your own direct first-hand experience when we get to the meditation part. So yeah, Margaret asks, why the reverb? I hope the reverb is gone now. Is it still there? I think it was when my microphone was a bit further away from me, but now it's gone. I felt it too. Hello, Lisa. Kyla, for the first time. So good to hear here. Sounds good. Thank you, Anne. All good. So 3 aspects: science, intuition, and mystery. And we using metaphor of consciousness, describing consciousness, and we're using metaphor of analogy of consciousness as a vibrational spectrum. And I will try to bring in today's session all these 3 aspects to show you and to invite you how to live your life in alignment and what it means. And I will include those 3 aspects. So let me start jump in. For those of you who are joining for the first time, there will be some explanation or conversation, even better, where I will ask you questions and I will ask for your participation. And there will be part towards the middle of the session where we start meditating, when I will guide you to have your own direct experience, as in the description of our Conscious Living Collective session. And you'll see how you can integrate the knowledge or the aspects that you have taken away from our conversation and put it into practice. First-hand experience. We have some technical problems. Margaret, try exiting, close up, and start again. That's a very good advice. Thank you so much, Anita, for helping me out. Usually that works. a lot of technical problems can be resolved by doing just that. But let me just look at my notes and what I have prepared for you today. So, what I mean by living in alignment, considering those three aspects, living in alignment means tuning into the neutral coherence between body, mind, and deeper awareness. And let me just elaborate on that. It's coherence between body, mind, and deeper awareness. And in this description, body would represent the aspect of feeling, experiential, how we sense the intuition. Mind would represent the intellect and how we process information, how our prefrontal cortex manages and processes all the stimulation or stimuli that comes to our awareness. And then we have the deeper awareness. And deeper awareness is that of a mystery of a sort. We will never know how far we can go. There's always more to explore. There's an aspect of unknown which your mind doesn't like very much, right? The fear of the unknown, a very proverbial fear that we experience as a human beings. It's a built-in system. So I'd like to set an intention for this session to explore how to recognize when you are, first of all, out of tune. We're going to use a bit of the radio metaphor, a bit of the frequency and music metaphor to be able to explain and to understand what we have in mind, again, intellectual. And when we out of tune, how to gently restore that inner harmony using presence, mindfulness. The intellectual part will include some neuroscience and the vibrational nature of consciousness. For those of you who listen to my previous sessions, I talk a lot about the vibrational nature of consciousness, which I think best to my understanding is the closest we have in science to explain or to come close to touching the concept of consciousness from the physical point of view. Strings that vibrate, string theory, right? Those teeny tiny strings that vibrate that create the reality as we know it. So, first of all, I want to... hello, Anita. Hello, Sandy. We have very good company today. That's truly wonderful. By the way, confirmation of what I see on my screen, what you see on your screen, as we did in the previous sessions. I can see that 80 people joined and 44 are here now. Okay, Anthony's 76. I see 80. There's a slight discrepancy between Dilara. Thank you. So thank you for that. I stopped doing that due time, but right now I simply want to give a feedback to Insight Timer if the new dashboard is working, mostly for you actually. So this information is not that important. Okay, good. So first question I want to address is, what does alignment feel like? What does it feel like? And in order to come to that feeling, I want to introduce term the state of coherence that you may have heard from me because I really like it. The state of coherence is a scientific term that describes a form of harmony. Harmony between what and what? Between your body, your mind, and awareness, where both phenomenon are being experienced. So awareness is the canvas upon which your body and the mind can be experienced. Okay? And if they are in tune, in harmony, we call it a state of coherence. And we can describe it now using scientific terms. And if we have scientific instruments that give us a clue about that harmony, we don't have to simply rely on what I say. You can actually measure it. And it's not that difficult. So the terms that are more and more used to describe the state of harmony are heart rate variability, HRV. You can use even devices like your watch, right? A very simple device that will allow you to measure your heart rate and derive from that heart rate, the state of heart rate variability, which is the indication of what state are you in. A very useful tool for you to use if you wish to know what state are you in. But this is only one way. When you in a state of coherence, most likely the easiest tools that you have at your disposal is your body. Your body is where the experience happens, so you can check your breath. In the state of coherence, your breath usually slows down. You have the feeling of being calm, but energized. Very important note. You don't feel sluggish, you don't feel sleepy, you feel calm, but energized. There's a sense of excitement, and excitement is that note on the musical or frequency spectrum I want to really come back to, because this is the indication when we are really in coherence with what? With the self. We want to be really, really precise here. We are not in resonance with something abstract. We are resonance with something very, very precise, which is you. You on the level that we still try to understand. So we have HRV, heart rate variability. You can measure it in many different ways. You can simply tune in into your breath and start to see what we will during the meditation, by the way. No need to reach out for any external instruments. The most sophisticated scientific instruments that is always at your disposal is your body. It's more complex in nature, that Large Hadron Collider, all the instruments, all the robots, all the CPUs, and all the technology that we created all combined. It's so much more complex. Let me assure you that. Let me assure you of that. So let's use it. And we're going to use it in a sense of feeling. You might consider, well, like, oh, because you are so familiar with it, you don't consider it being such complex, unique, and amazing. But my role as a scientist is to assure you that even in the state when you feel the most sick, this performance of this incredible organism not outperforms, but in complexity and how it works, it's so much greater than anything that humans created with the hands and minds. So I want to introduce another metaphor that helps us to understand what does the alignment feel like. And the metaphor is very simple, is that of the musical instrument. It is very easy for us, to your ear, I don't want to get into the science of how ear perceives something as in tune or out of tune, but the first-hand experience is very obvious. If you hear instrument that is out of tune and I play that to you, your immediate experience through the sense of hearing will be it is or it is not. It very much is 0-1. There's no ambiguity there. So I want you to think for a second about your body and connection with your body, mind, and deeper awareness as such. I will ask you in a second to just take deeper breath, or maybe now, and ask yourself, do you feel being in tune? Do you feel like the instrument of the body that you possess is in tune with your mind and with your deep awareness? Do not try to intellectualize it, simply feel it. You should get a very straight answer, and feel free to share that answer with me in the comment section. I feel excitement. But just as I took the breath, I felt I'm a bit out of breath. So I'm trying to slow it down. And I do indeed feel that calm, energizing state. So I can say that I'm close to being in tune. I'm not entirely in tune. Maybe I'm a bit overexcited right now. So this is it. This is my assessment. How does it feel to you? Mm. Thank you. S, yes. Monica, yes. And no. Anita, yes. Haley, no, because I feel calm but also tired. Linda, no. Great. Fantastic. So you see, you being honest in the assessment of how you feel. And now I want to bring you to, I would like to invite you to bring to mind a memory of the time or of the situation, reoccurring situation, when you feel most aligned in your life. Not how you feel right now, but share with me, share with us the times, the situation in your life when you feel the most aligned in your life. And perhaps as you're bringing the memory, you can describe how does it show up in your body and mind. For me, I will start with myself because I want to set a good example for our conversation and the sharing. One place that comes to mind is the beach. When I am surrounded by my friends, there is ocean, there's a sunshine, and we can share a game of volleyball together. And I have a sense of connection with people and with nature. This is my picture of when I feel most aligned. And by the way, this also can be a spectrum because I can bring a lot of situations with exact same situation when I was out of alignment. I was nervous, when I was anxious, or I was unhappy with my performance. So it's a spectrum. But the thing that came to my mind is exactly that. What is yours? Margaret, deep meditation. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing that. I think the reason why most of us, including me, are really interested in meditation practice is because of that deep sense of alignment. Would you agree with me? It's very intentional and purposeful. The sense of alignment that we experience as the feeling, the sense, that's what I'm talking about. Living in alignment, that's why we reach out for it. We feel that most of the time we are out of alignment because of our duties, our chores, the fact that we have to assure our survival, we struggle with our relationships, we feel out of alignment. And then people naturally come back and ask themselves, do I really want to feel out of alignment? There's a movement back towards the being in tune, being aligned. I believe that is a big part of conscious, unconscious reason why you're here in Conscious Living Collective. Because you actively are seeking this alignment. There is an intention, again, conscious or subconscious, to go there, right? Parvane, generally when I'm engaged in creativity, and again, creativity, if you remember my previous session, is the way of aligning yourself. When you engage yourself creatively, you are engaging your higher self, your higher purpose. And again, that creativity has very different faces, depends on your unique self, right? We have different talents. Talents is not the description of in terms of frequency to align yourself with who you are on a deeper level, even though you might not fully understand it on the intellectual level. Monica, swimming in the natural springs in my hometown. I love it. Chelsea, when I'm sitting in nature, listening, stillness, presence. Fantastic. Seth, both exercise and meditation helping to experience alignment. Sounds good to me. I think we are very much in line here. Anita, meditation brings me into balance, effortless states of consciousness. Kyla, when I slow down and focus on my heart center, heart-centered breathing, one of the ways to get into the states of coherence and increase your HRV, heart rate coherence. So you see, science jumps in there. Robin, when I am seeing art, of listening to music, I feel stimulated and engaged. Again, art and music, two phenomenal ways to apply the external to bring you into alignment. Music, particularly if you listen to classical music, maybe not, I don't want to say that it's only classical music, any music that you like. And why you like it, that's all the different story. But there are certain songs, certain musical pieces that you do like. And it doesn't matter why you're liking it, but you do, which means that there's a part of you that resonates. See, two tuning forks resonate with that. And as a result, you are aligning yourself. So it's music coming from the speakers as a steady source. It's already aligned, right? It's recorded. There's no variation in it. Delivers a steady stream of frequency to which you can align. You can use your perception, your deeper awareness and deeper wisdom to follow that. And the more you follow that, the more you are engrossed into the music or into the into art. Art has the same level of alignment, but it's on the visual level mostly. It can be on the level of the sense of touch. You can touch also art, depends on what kind of art are we talking about. So we don't want to be limited only to the visual art. That frequency of that art will help you to align yourself with it. So these are all great examples. Anita, when working in a studio, collaborating with others and having fun creating. Having fun, and I'm extracting some bits and pieces from what you're saying, is a clear indication that you are in the process of alignment, right? Fun, translating into what we're talking about here, is a tool of alignment, or it's a symptom of alignment. So great. Tosca, when I'm with my family and with my grandchildren, human connection, another very classic, we spoke about in the previous sessions of Conscious Living Collective. Nature, creative expression, deep connection with friends, family. These are aspects that we are consciously and subconsciously seeking because these all are tools, very strong tools of alignment. Linda, when I'm out of doors under the stars, photographing the Milky Way. And when you say that, Linda, it creates a deep sense of expansion in me. There is that yearning for the spaciousness. I frequently use the metaphor of boundless sky to describe the state that where you feel the most aligned. Right? We're using metaphor. I can only use words here, and I will use music during our meditation. My means are limited, but they still are not as limited as if I was expressing myself without vision, for instance, or without this audio. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if I was with you in the same room, perhaps that transmission would be even more direct. The frequency, you could hear it and you could feel it. I know, like the internet, the the bandwidth would be even increased when we had that experience in person, which, by the way, I would love. Alain, when I have a brief connection with a person, often a stranger, often interesting observation, one of us has made observation. Yes, the sense of newness. Okay, stranger represents the sense of newness and putting yourself out there, challenging the fear. Fantastic. I'm very much like that. I'm a very outgoing person. I'm an extrovert, and every time I had a chance to connect with a stranger, with someone, even in a convenience store, it is a source of excitement to me, and I recognize that in me because I spent enough time reflecting upon myself and upon my behaviors, and that's what I'm inviting you to today. Faza, creativity requires the courage to let go of certainties. How interesting. Yeah. So thank you so much for all your contribution. I think that's wonderful. And it's a great explanation to, you see what you just did. You just gave yourself, or through self-reflection, an answer to how to live more in alignment with yourself, or how to help align yourself with the life around you. You already have it in you. None of the things that you mention are either unique or let's say they're not unique. But the fact that they're not unique doesn't mean that they are not important. Right? We do not have to reinvent the wheel in order to live fulfilled life, to live in alignment. We all the resources already within us. Connection with nature, connection with our creativity, connection with the loved ones, with people around us, even with strangers. We share those things. It's not about, I'm going to use Carl Jung's golden thought here, who said, it's not about discovering new horizons, it's about developing new eyes. That's what we are doing here. We're developing new eyes. We sharpen our senses to acutely recognize the potential within the life as is right now. Right? We are not discovering anything new. We're exploring the depths of what already it is here. How wonderful. Don't need to go to another country. Don't need to make more money. You don't have to do. You simply have to deepen the connection that is already here. That's what we're doing. I am not, by talking to you, I'm not changing your external circumstances, do I? My intention here is to change your internal state. Let's go back, erase that. I am not changing your internal state. I am pointing out and inspire you to do it yourself. See, you are the active ingredient. Sentence that I repeat like a broken record. And we need that reminder about the connection that is already here. Okay, I'm going to take a deeper breath because I can see that excitement takes best of me right now. See? Excitement, even that excitement for living, excitement for the connection with you, needs to be used in moderation so I don't burn out. To regulate myself, bring my breath into a calm, coherent state. So we already have a conversation, you see, within our chat. Faza, Lynn, Linda. Faza says, I need to agree with you. Meditation is essentially training our attention so that we can be more aware, not only of our own inner workings, but also of what's happening around us in the here and now. There we go. wisdom within our community. Viviane, when my heart is filled with gratitude, especially when the good things are happening at once. Wonderful. So many things to talk about. I have 2 more points to make, but I don't think we will have time to cover them all. It's a very exciting topic, talking about how to align yourself with life. And I think I could spend the rest of the session just hearing from you about all the wonderful things that help you to align yourself. But let me just make the note once again, everything that you need is already within you. Okay? And now we just elucidating, we just bringing up to the surface all the things that are important to you, or you bringing them up. So now, maybe before we jump into the meditation part, I want to briefly come back to that metaphor or analogy of consciousness as vibration, because that was underlying theme in our sessions of Conscious Living Collective of the past couple of weeks at least. And by the way, for those of you who missed my sessions of Conscious Living Collective, feel free to visit my YouTube channel. Most of them, if not all of them, particularly all of the recent ones, are there for you to re-listen, to rewatch parts or the entirety. Okay, so once again, consciousness is a vibrational spectrum, and we all carry energetic tones. And now, how I connect the vibrations and energetic tones. What are energetic tones? Energetic tones are our emotions, right? Joy, fear, peace, frustration. They all are energetic tones, and they all feel different. And now I want to bring to that the sense of alignment. Things like joy, peace, they feel, if I use the music metaphor of the vibration, they feel in tune, right? You feel them and you know exactly whether in tune or not. And then we have fear, frustration, shame, the sense of not enoughness. I can't do it. They feel out of tune, out of alignment. They all energetic tones, they part of the same vibrational spectrum, but in the same way as we wouldn't listen to the music we don't like, we simply change the station, turn the knob on the radio receiver. We can do it in conscious living. We can do in meditation. We can do in moment-to-moment basis. We have a choice to make. So decision-making and your ability of your awareness to make choice, analogy to that is you turning the knob on the spectrum, on the AM or FM spectrum of your radio to tune in to what you need. Again, I want to be very careful about what you desire and what you need. Your wants and your needs, they wants come from the mind, and needs come from the deeper self. Again, it's a whole another topic that I already mentioned in the past. So that's what we will be doing during our meditation that is coming very, very soon. We will observe in our awareness those energetic tones that will appear off the canvas of your awareness. And by noticing them first, you will see that you have a choice of observing one over the other. Great example of it from practical sense of view. When you experience in meditation mind wandering, you find that you engaged once again with the vibrational tones on all the thoughts that draw your energy, drain you. When you notice that, you have a choice. Let me come back to focusing, turning the knob to my breath. That is neutral, supportive, has the qualities of the alignment with life as opposed to being not aligned with your life as you need it, right? As it is experience of the deeper self. Does it make sense? Thank you guys for keeping me posted on the numbers. Yeah, 152, it is what I see right now. Very good company. Thank you so much. I think we are co-creating this space in a very conscious and powerful way. Anita, discordant music can be irritating and unpleasant, like discordant feelings. Yes, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Hamad, still a first timer here in IT. I'm glad to be part of the family. I love the way you address your audience, Tomek. I'm glad to see you here, Hamad. Thanks for stopping by and for your contribution to the conversation. Dean from England for the first time. Fantastic. So I had two another points that I want to mention, but I think we're already 37 minutes in. And rather than talking about what knocks us out of alignment, which most of you know, I would like to go to the experiential part and see how we actually interact with consciousness and how our awareness interacts with those various nodes, so you can see it for yourself. And on that note, I will guide you. It's going to be my guidance is always very intuitive. In this very moment, I do not know what will I say, but based on my experience, when I listen to my inner guidance and I allow the inner guidance to come forth, it seems that it allows you to experience whatever needs to be experienced. And your individual experience will be as unique as you are. It almost has nothing to do with my guidance. At the end, I will ask you, how did you feel? And what did you experience? And you see that all the comments will describe different things. They will have things in common, but they'll be similar, but also unique. So what does it tell you? It tells you that you are an individual unit of consciousness that has ability to experience everything in your own unique way. So I am not taking away your uniqueness. I'm actually embracing your uniqueness and invite you to share it with the collective space, Conscious Living Collective. And as always, I have prepared a music that you already have listened at the start of this session. Peter Helland, a Norwegian composer, which will support us with his Flying. You can find him on Insight Timer. He's a teacher on Insight Timer. So if you like the background music, feel free to explore his profile here on Insight Timer. Thank you, Peter, for supporting us with your music. And let me jump to it right away. Okay, let me switch the view to the meditation mode. Okay. You are an explorer of conscious awareness, tapping into entire spectrum of frequencies, notes that express your uniqueness. Through your awareness, you have access to myriad of tunes, notes, perspectives, thoughts, whatever you wish to call it. And this is an invitation for you to consider what is your liking, what is your desire, what is your need in this very moment. Every time we begin a journey, we want to start with what we have. So I want to ask you to tune in and see how you feel on the level of your mind and on the level of your body. Do you feel at ease? Perhaps there is a tension that you may soften. Make sure that you feel relaxed and remove any and all obstacles that may get in the way of this exploration. Feel free to take a deeper breath that will show any tension within your body that then you can deal with. Recognize that further you go, the deeper you dive, the more things will show on the canvas of your awareness. The consciousness that you are will encompass more and more. And as you recognize these aspects of your awareness, your conscious experiences, in a non-judgmental way, because we know that no single tone is bad or good, it's how we use it that creates the music that is your life. So there's no need to judge any of those tones on the spectrum of your consciousness, but simply choose how to bring them together. Make a choice in a creative way what make sense to you. Create your favorite music by choosing the part of the spectrum that is aligned with your deeper self. And how can you recognize the deeper self? You simply feel it. Like the music. You like it or you don't. Just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean it's a bad music. It simply means it's not aligned with who you are in this very moment. And you can keep exploring, keep moving on. And if you find yourself lost at any given point, as it happens when you are an explorer, you can always return to your baseline, to your breath, breathing in, breathing out, always there, always neutral, always supportive. And when you find that you are once again ready to engage, to move, to explore different nodes on the spectrum of consciousness, that's when you do it. You engage once again on your own terms, in your own creative way. There's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. It's simply your unique approach, your individual decisions of how to explore it. And use joy as a guidance here. One will make right. The second make a difference. You come back, you turn around, and you continue the way you like it. Right now, I will give you a few minutes to explore on your own as I hold the space, and I will bring you back when the time is up. And now it is time to shift your awareness from wherever you were back to the physical reality as described by the notes of your physical senses. Consciously shift your awareness towards your vision. See the brighter and darker spots in front of your visual field and your closed eyes. Recognize your sense of hearing, sound of my voice, sound of music, any other sounds that come to you through your hearing. Briefly, senses of taste and smell, even though not very pronounced in this very moment. And finally, engage the sense of touch. Sense the boundaries of your physical body. Your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap. Have a sense of the space around you, the shape of your body, and add very gentle and slow movement, starting with your toes. Gently move your fingers. Feel free to roll your shoulders. Make any movement that will bring you back into your body after the periods of stillness. And finish up by expanding your lungs with deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in your own time, open your eyes and welcome back. Thank you so much for meditating with me. It's a truly wonderful experience, and thank you for co-creating this space with me. How did it feel for you? What was your experience? What was there that you brought with you that you wish to share? Thank you, Parvana. And thank you for listening, and thank you for commenting always my recordings, or commenting on the recordings. I appreciate it. It creates a sense of community and sense of engagement. Parvana extremely still and far, far away. This is wonderful. See, aspect of physical body that it's in meditation we become less attached, become far, far away from the physical senses, from the physical body. That's why I always bring you back through your physical senses into this reality, right? Because you might got lost somewhere along the way and you might not wish to return. Ingrid, I'm so happy to have stumbled upon you and this group tonight, and I'm very happy to have you here, Ingrid. Jana, I went wandering in fantasy and animal lands. Fan fiction may result. Creativity and its best. Another piece today we were going with Peter Helland, and he's flying. He's got another piece called Dreaming, which is, I believe, an invitation to do just that. Go intentionally into the wonderland and explore the way you wish. There's no boundaries. We only creating boundaries for ourselves, both in experiencing physical life and non-physical life. A topic for another time. Yeah, fan fiction. Parvane, you need to go back. Yes, we all do. Robin drifted off, mind and body working together. Fantastic. Being in alignment. Kyla, deep peace. Which brings me to one of my favorite, when I was part of a choir, we were singing Deep Peace. Oh my goodness, I used to love singing that. Such a beautiful choral piece. Faza, thank you so much. Peaceful and calm meditation connects good. Connects good with music. Haley, heartfelt calm, and went wandering into a place of mountains. Didn't want to leave. You can come back anytime you want. You are the consciousness. You make all the decisions. Sad, difficult to escape some intrusive physical pain, but was able to focus nonetheless. Thank you for the effort, Seth. We discussed that it is very difficult to meditate when you're either in pain or you're sick, because the nature of the physical body is to bring you to the most immediate challenge that it is. And in the physical body, that's the physicality. So I understand that. And thank you for making amazing effort. Tosca, the meditations are wonderful. It's like the travel to another level of peace and quiet. Fantastic. That's the exploration of different levels and altered states, as they call it. My stars, we're waiting on me. Linda, Monica, deep relaxation. Anita, number. Okay, yeah, we are. Wow, the numbers are really high. Thank you. Yeah, I'm also sorry for you, Seth. And I send a healing, positive energy to you for your quick recovery. Ashley asked, when did you find this meditation? I'm not sure if I understand. Also, I want to thank you. One of the new tabs on the dashboard is the tabs with donations. So Parvana, thank you so much for donating. I always appreciate your supporting my work with your donations. There's no other way of saying that. On the physical level, I still operate with the realms as we all do. So your donations support my work and help me tremendously. Even though there's so much greater things to appreciate than just that, I want to mention that for the transparency. Okay, but still exploring the app. Love the vibe of this one. Been working today with neuroplasticity for a pain feedback loop. Very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Haley, I felt like there was a lot of peaceful energy in the collective meditation. It was, always is. That's why we keep coming to Conscious Living Collective and meditate together, and I include that. Okay, Hamad, you made my mind free tonight. You're wonderful. It took my backs in my youthful thoughts. I even thought of my ex-wife while thinking deep, peaceful, but to make come back to some memories in life. Hamad, let me just rephrase that. I didn't do anything. I just facilitated something, and you are the active ingredients in this exploration. I want to really emphasize that you're creating consciously your experience. I'm just a guide. I'm just a catalyst, using a scientific term. But thank you for mentioning that. It's very kind of you to say that. Thank you, Anita. Every picture has a story, and every story has a moment. Some moments are positive, while some are negative. Yeah, they are just pictures. 1 hour in. Thank you so much for another session, wonderful session of Conscious Living Collective. Please do go to my profile and sign up or follow me there so you can receive notifications about upcoming events and upcoming meditation. There is a one I will share with my patrons very, very soon, and rest of you will be able to access later. And that the meditation is called, I can tell you right away, it's still in the process of approval. It's called Exploring Vibrational Spectrum of Consciousness, which is very much relevant to what we did today. So it's similar, but not the same as the rest of it. So once again, I will leave you with Peter Helland and He's Flying. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for all your comments. And I look forward to connecting with you on Monday/Sunday in another session of Conscious Living Collective. Thank you so much. See you next time.